Hello, welcome to a beer tasting and a chat with Mr. B, roughly for about an hour. Just having a beer and a chat, really. Hopefully, my microphone's working. Now, how am I going to find out if it's working? I'm going to have to go and look at myself on YouTube. Unless somebody's there, I don't know if my mic's working, which is a bit of a nightmare. I don't know if there's anyone in chat. Is my mic on or am I muted? Please let me know, because I ain't got a clue. Evening, Paul. Paul. Can you hear me or am I muted? Because I'll never know. It's working. Brilliant. Thank you so much. God, panicked then. I panicked. Evening, Paul. Nice to see you, mate. So it's like basically an hour with Mr. B, bit of chat. Evening, Kevin. Hope you're well. So let me get these up, show these. It's working. Cheers, Paul. And cheers, Kevin, Shark Home Brewing. Yeah, so a few beers. I'm going to go with porters. I'm going to have a few porters tonight. It's a bit cold. I'm in the shed. Just trying out streaming in the shed as well. Evening, Jamie. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. So somewhere different, new shed. If the lights go on and off, it's because I've got a solar panel light above me, and obviously got my normal streaming lights here. But if the lights go dark, it's because I've not moved, because it's on a sensor. So if it goes dark, it's because I've not moved. It's got, what is it in here? It's not too bad. It's 9 degrees in this shed. I'm going to call it, at the moment, if I can do lives in here, I'm going to call it the same as Craft Beer Channel. They call it the Brewdio. So this is my Brewdio because of the brew, and it's a bit of a live studio as well. So let's crack on. So like I said, I'm going to do some porters, and the first porter I'm going to crack open is a porter from Lidl. So I'm not too sure how much this is. It's the Haverwood porter from Lidl. I'm not 100% sure. I reckon it's probably about £1.75, possibly. Just put that on there on the bottom. Not too sure. It's 4.5%. It says it's dark, sleek, and malted. It's a bottle, and apparently, I tried to find out who brewed it, and it says it's a strange one. It says Shepherd Neame contract brew it for Lidl, but Jennings contracts it for Shepherd Neame. So I don't know. It's really confusing. So it's either Shepherd Neame or it's Jennings. And Jennings have only recently gone independent again. So I have no idea. I've no idea who brewed this. Is it cold in your shed? It's 9 degrees. It's 9 degrees in here at the moment, Paul. So it's nice. And the beers are nice. Just the right temperature for the beers. Good brewing weather. It certainly is. Yeah, I could say that. I've had thought that, oh, he's had it before and it's good. Hopefully, I've not had it. So let's get it less chatting. Let's get the beer in the glass. So, yeah, I think it's about £1.75. I think that's how much it was from Lidl. There you go. It looks quite carbonated on that first pour, but it's looking lovely. Dark brown in colour. Let's see if we can get any sort of head forming there. Might have overdone it a bit there at the end. It's going to settle down a little bit. Nice little tan mocha coloured looking head. What's a porter? What's the difference between a porter and stout? For me, a porter is a little bit more drinkable, a little bit lighter in body, and a lot less roasty than a stout. I think stout have more roasty malts, more roasty notes. That's what I reckon anyway. So there you go. There's a beer in the glass. Looks decent, doesn't it, to be honest with you? It's got a nice, like I say, coffee mocha looking head. Oh, Ralph's in here with me as well. You might just see his ears pop up every now and again. He's having a wander around. So, yeah, it looks decent in the glass. Carbonation, to be honest, isn't as much roaring as I thought it was going to be. Okay. It's got a sweet nose to it as well. Definitely got a sweet nose on there. Sweet, malty. A little bit of a dark fruit. Must be like an ester, that, from the yeast. Smells decent enough. Anyway, cheers, everyone. Let's try the Haverwood Porter, 4.5% from Lidl. Cheers. That ain't bad at all. That ain't bad at all. If you can hear that, that's Ralph shaking his head. I'd say it's got a nice mouthfeel. It's not too light. It's not watery. It's got... What's up, Ralph? You all right? It's not watery at all. Mouth feels decent. Body, like I say, light. I would expect a porter, to be honest. So it's very drinkable. It has got some of that note, that roasty, little bit of a roasty note there at the background there, a little bit of bitterness. But overall, it's got there's a very subtle chocolate note there and a little bit of coffee. For me, there's a dark fruit element. There's definitely a dark fruit element, but there's a chocolate element as well, which is coming through, which is really, really nice. What did you think of this, Paul, when you tasted it? Let's have a read of the bottle. I'd buy that again. I'm sure it's £1.75. I'm sure it's about £1.75 from Lidl. Abby got it for me, so I'm not 100% sure what it was price-wise. It says here, this porter is dark, silky, and deeply delicious. The full-bodied, I don't say full-bodied, muscular blend has a coffee roast bitterness. And that's what I was getting at the back, that slight bitterness, I said, a little bit of roast. And a distinctive toffee flavour, creating this sleek and smoky porter. I'm not getting any smoky notes from the malt, like sometimes you can do from a roasted malt. But to me, porters sort of avoid roasty malts. A porter to me leans more towards like the chocolate malt, that sort of in the grist. So yeah, 31st. Yeah, I thought for a minute then it said 31st of August 26. I'm thinking we was already in 2026. I was like, I'm going to say it's an out of date beer has been bought, but no, it's just me. Fan mill bottle, 4.5%. Not bad that for a supermarket porter. Really isn't. Bit confusing, like I say, about who brews it. But when Shepherd Neame normally do contract brews, you can tell because they have a certain type of bottle. In the UK, Shepherd Neame bottles are quite identifiable. And this makes me lean towards, is it still being brewed by Jennings then? Because that's what it says on the internet, but you don't know how accurate that actually is. No idea. So yeah, interesting, really interesting. So decent enough. Ralph is having trouble with his ear. That's why he's shaking his head. We've got him he's had some eardrops in. He had some eardrops in earlier today. If anyone doesn't know who Ralph is, I don't know if he's going to come up. Coming up. He's just looking at me. He's just looking at me going, nope, I'm happy down here. Sat in the cold, shaking his ears. So, if there's anyone in chat, do you want to have a chat? Do you want to have a chat? Any questions? Light body. Yeah, this has got a light body. I'd say it's got a light body for me. Good, so no shortcuts used to make the beer. Sorry, what was that in reference to? I missed that, Kevin. Sorry. No shortcuts. It's just frustrating when you don't know who's brewed the beer, isn't it? For me, it is anyway. That's probably me just being a bit of a snob. But yeah, it's definitely a porter. It's definitely a porterette. It's got hitting the right notes for a porter. It's enjoyable. It seems like the right sort of weather for a porter. We're going down to about 8 degrees at the moment in the shed. So yeah, we're in the right range. I mean, beer mat. See what beer mat says. Drink beer and talk bollocks. Drink beer and talk bollocks. It's about right, that for me. I drink beer and I talk a lot of bollocks. No shortcuts, but it's not watery. Yeah, true. It's not watery at all. It's not at all watery. It's nice enough. It's just very drinkable, easy, sessionable, 4.5%. Happy with that. I'd buy that again from Lidl. You know, whoever's brewed it, you've done a good enough job, I think. I've got no complaints. I've got no complaints about it whatsoever. Not one complaint about that. Evening, Paul. Hope you're all right, mate. Cheers. Are you all right, Esco? And happy birthday to Twisted as well. Everyone in chat. It's Twisted's birthday today, so a massive shout out to Twisted. She's fantastic. Hope you're having a nice evening. Hope you're doing something special, mate. Will Slurpee like this beer? I think he would. I think Slurpee would enjoy that. I don't like I say I don't see any faults in it. Like I say, is it flashing on the screen? It feels like just a bit of a flash going on. Let me just see. No, I don't know what's causing it. Let me just try and turn this light off above me. Is that going to stop it? Or has that made it worse? How bad is that flashing for you folk? Because it's annoying me seeing it. I actually can't work out where it's coming from. It's just some sort of flashing in the background, isn't there? Something to do with my lighting, obviously. So if it doesn't frustrate and annoy anyone. I feel like she says thank you, mate. No problem, Twisted. No problem. Happy birthday. Hope you have a lovely evening, whatever you do. It's over. Yeah, is it that? I just turned it off. Turned it off. It still feels like it's doing it. Now we've got fireworks going off. Is it as bad? Is it as bad? Let me know. Like I say, this is all new in here, this room. And I can't be doing it for flashing lights. Yeah, that definitely feels worse now. Looks worse. I do apologise. I do apologise for that. Happy birthday from Paul to Twisted. Have a good one. Yeah, she's a good one. And Esco sure will be treating her nice and treating her to something good for the birthday. There you go. Look, sensor on. Stupid. Frequency of light is causing the flashes. How do I stop it, Kevin? What do I do to stop it? Because it's annoying me. It's annoying me just looking. It's still there. Yeah, even when I turn that light off, it's still there. Happy birthday to Hans. She says thank you to Paul as well. Yeah, it's just there, and it's quite annoying. Whenever I move a little bit, I'll have to think about another light somewhere to try and counteract that. I don't know. I really, really don't know. But anyway, let's carry on. Let's get this beer down. I mean, it's like a warming beer, this. It's warming me up. I don't know if you can hear that. I can hear sirens now. That's the other thing I was doing before. I don't know. This is just me being a beer geek. But beer mats from all different breweries. I was just going through them, and there's a local brewery to me. I found one of theirs, and they've actually closed down now. And I've also got Lord's Brewing. I've got their beer mats here. Again, it's another brewery that's. Does anyone remember these? Lord's Brewing Co. Fantastic brewery. Went and brewed there as well. Enjoyed my day there. Well, a couple of days, to be honest. Yeah, that's the beer mats from Lord's Brewing. I may as well go through a few if everyone's all right. But a few of you have had this. That's a German. That's German? Is it German? Dutch? Can't quite remember. Here's an interesting one. I can't remember where I got that from. Shelby, the official beer of a TV series. I have no idea. I can't remember. I cannot remember. Shelby Company Limited. No. By the order of the Peaky Blinders. Brewed by Thornbridge. It's there at the bottom. Can't remember drinking that, and I can't remember where I got the beer mats from. There you go, and that's on the back. The horse. Great program that is. Got all different ones here. Got this one, Ideal Day. Ideal Day Family Brewery in Cornwall. And it's like cloth, like a cloth beer mat. It's like a patch for you. I don't know. And I can't remember where I got that from either. It's just, you pick these things up as you're going around to like breweries, not breweries, to, what you call them, beer festivals. Malt Miller. That's who I get a lot of my homebrewing stuff off. Joseph Holt's local, JW Lee's, Sam Smith's, Albert Schloss in Manchester. The great person at Elkwell on Tank, which is a great beer. Vocation, so many of them. I've just collected and just found them as I'm going through my stuff earlier on. But yeah, does anyone else do what I do? You know, collect the odd beer, Matt. It's your camera setting. Okay, so I need to look at that. Can I do that during a live, Kevin? Because I wouldn't have a clue. Oh, there you go. Look, sensor. There is a way of just turning that and making sure that stays on, and I'm not very good. Mrs. B knows how to use it, but she's not in the room. Thank you all. We'll be up on Simo soon. That's Esco in Twisted. I would see if you can create a beer mat wall with the closed. Yeah, that's sad, isn't it? That is sad. Cheers, Simo. Hope you're doing well, mate. That is sad. I'll check your camera later. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check the camera because it's annoying me that. Matt's glasses and bottle tops. I've got hundreds, pal. Yeah, I've got like. Just let me stand up here because up here, because you know, well, you can see I'm a big Iron Maiden fan. Found these. I've got the bottles up there all the way dating back from 2013. A Trooper. So I've got the Trooper pump clip. Got that on my 40th birthday when we was in the pub. My brother went, hey, we was drinking Trooper, and he went to the bar and said, can we have the pump clip? It's his 40th birthday. Trooper 10th anniversary. And then we've got the Trooper. Got lots of different Trooper ones as well. Lots of Trooper stuff. And it's mad because Robinson's Brewery is local to me, but I'm not the biggest fan of beers. Trooper's probably my favourite beer, but they have they moved their brewing now to Bredbury. And yeah, they're doing more, should I say, modern beers, modern brewing there. So that'd be interesting to see. Let's put them up there. Yeah, Matt's glasses. Yeah. Nice background of all the brewing equipment you don't use. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the brew and the brew stand. Yeah, that's why I'm copying the craft beer channel. It's a Brewdio, but not had a brew done in it yet. It's had a review in here. It's had a live now, but it's not had the actual brew day happen in here as yet. So yeah, I don't know why I've got these glasses on because I don't need them for reading. I'm looking at the screen thinking everything's just like blurry, which is just nuts. One thing I'm not a seasonal drinker. I just enjoy a porter. I enjoy a porter and stout all year round. Yeah, I don't. It just felt right today for some reason to be drinking porter. I don't know why. It just felt the right thing to be drinking. But I'm not seasonal. I won't be drinking. I'm not a drinker who right that's it now. Porters and stouts throughout autumn and winter, and then back onto the pales come spring. I just drink all year, all different styles of beers. That's the sort of drinker I am. I don't know if anyone in chat different or the same. What a beer. Is that the Trooper you're talking about there, Paul? Cheers, Rob. Hope you're well. Cheers, G. Hope you're doing well, mate. Nice to see you. It's because it's going to snow this weekend, apparently. Yeah, we've had weather warnings. Manchester area. I don't think it's going to snow in Manchester. But they're saying it's going to drop cold. So, interesting. Hello from Norway. No. Cheers, Alan, from Norway. And cheers and thanks for popping in. Much appreciated. Really, really is. Hope you enjoy it. Nice to see someone new as well. I'm looking forward to drinking some of the Imperial Stouts I have in my stash. Yeah, as long as you don't neck any Imperial Stouts, Kevin. You know, that's a dangerous game to play. Don't play that game. I don't advise that one bit. Cheers to the kitchen. Saying hello, which is great. Ginger Tom. Robinson. I like Old Tom. I had the Robinson's chocolate as well. It used to be a chocolatier in Stockport. And Robinson's did a chocolatier, did a collab with Simon Dunn, I think it was, chocolatier in Hazel Grove. And it was all right, that beer. It was the Old Tom chocolate, but I don't know if we've brewed it since, because I know Simon Dunn Chocolatier actually closed down. But the ginger's fine. I'm just saying, I think, I don't know, there's something about the Robertson's beers. They're like cask core beers. There's a certain twang, and it's that puts me off them. But like I said, they're moving to Bredbury, different water, because it's no longer coming from their well. So it'd be interesting to see how their beers. Do they change? They've got to change. Got to make them change. Sorry about that. One Imperial Stout a day will keep the hangover away. Yeah, there's no Imperial Stouts for me tonight. That's locking up a bit of gas in there. Well, I'm nearly out. I'm nearly through this one. So I'm going to be moving on to another porter now. So let's see what I've got. So I'll change that ticker. Cheers, everyone. I'm going to get that down. You know what? I'd buy that again. Actually, as I was going through that, the sweeter malt was coming through, which is quite nice. Okay, so next beer I've got another porter, local to me, is this one. It's on the screen below. It's from Sure Shot, and it's "You're fond of me lobster, ain't you?" And apparently, it's from a film I've not seen. I think it's 4.5% porter. It's from a film called Lighthouse. So I don't know if anyone's seen that. I've never seen the film. That's why it's got a lighthouse on here. Mark Triton. Don't know the reference. I just know the reference is to a quote in a film called Lighthouse. And this is Sure Shot's porter, brewed there in Piccadilly, Manchester. Let me get a glass for this one. Let's go with, another very similar glass. My Sure Shot glasses are different. They're not really right for a porter, so I don't fancy pouring it into one of them. And I don't want to spill this on myself. Let's see the difference between this one. I think it was just £4 from the brewery. So we've gone from £1.75 to £4. I'm not really concentrating on the prices, but I can tell you the prices of them. So let's get this. This has definitely got a darker looking head. This is a lot darker. Definitely a lot more specialty malts gone into this to create a head. Doesn't look as dark on the camera there, but believe me, this is definitely going more mocha on the head. And it looks less carbonated, I'd say. Move my hand. There's that stupid light coming on again. Call it stupid light. It's really handy. It's solar panel. It's just its own motion sensor. And I don't know how to turn it off motion sensor whilst I'm in here. So it's going to keep going on and off, on and off. So there we go. Sure Shot, 4.5%. Crazy name. There it is. You're fond of me lobster, ain't you? 4.5% from Sure Shot. That is a slightly darker looking head than the first one, the Haverwood Porter, which I'd recommend if you're in Lidl and it's £1.75, I think. Then definitely worth having a go. Definitely worth having a go of it. Just see. Sorry, can you buy these beers in a 4 or 6 pack? You can. If you want to, Kevin, you can buy them 4, 6, 12s, 24. It's up to you. Ooh, I drink homebrew brown ale. Oh, tell you, I like brown ales. I love American brown ales, and Kevin Shark homebrewing as well, who's in chat. He does his own brown ales, and we do like our brown ales. What's the ABV? You say it's a surprise ABV. What hops have you put in? Is it American? Have you gone down the American style brown ale, or have you stuck to like a European style brown ale? That'd be really interesting to know. Oh, brown ales are good. Definitely brown ale season as well as porter and stouts. Brown ales, yeah, really, really good. Notes on this then. Oh, this is see, now this is where it gets a little. It's where it frustrates me a little bit now, because this has got a American or New Zealand hop in here. I was expecting a traditional porter, Sure Shot do this to me a lot. So when you're expecting something and then you get something different, puts me in the mood. So I am getting a modern American or New Zealand, Australian. It's that hop nose because there's a citrus note on here. Now I was looking for a straightforward porter. I wasn't expecting that nose, and it's quite prominent. That nose. The hop is more forward than the malt on this, where for a porter you want the malt to be more forward than the hop. My personal opinion, but that's what I believe a porter should be. But this has definitely got. It's got it. It could even be a Citra. It could even be a Centennial type hop in there. Yeah, Kevin Brown Ales. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there you go. Brewing a brown ale with chestnuts soon. It could be Galaxy. It could be. It's annoying because I wasn't expecting it, and I don't read the cans. Let's try it. Cheers, everyone. Nice beer. Nice beer, but citrus. See, for me, it's India Porter. It's India Porter, and interestingly, we're going to have an India Porter. There's one coming up, but I wanted this to be a traditional porter. It does not say anything. It just says porter. I was expecting a traditional porter, not the citrusy India style porter. Read the can, Rob, maybe. Traditional English porter, brewed with Mosaic and Belmer hops. Mosaic coming through them. Belmer. I don't know anything about Belmer hops. Anyone homebrewy in chat know anything about Belmer hops? That's new to me. Triton's full-flavoured Fury, black waves teeming with malt foam to smother your mouth with pungent palate. All right, have it your way. I like your cooking. Whatever that means at the end. But it's a citrus, it's quite dominant citrus. Now, I'd love to know what Belmer, B-E-L-M-A hops are and what they bring to the party. Do they bring citrus? Because I am getting this citrus taste on it. The malt is taking a real backseat, which is, say it's malt forward. Don't believe that. It's nice enough. There's definitely chocolate there. Definitely getting chocolate notes. And you're getting a little, it's like cocoa, more like on the bitter chocolate, the cacao. It's that type of chocolate. It's not a sweet dairy milk chocolate. It's definitely a dark, powdery cocoa type bitter chocolate, which is nice. It does a job. It's all right. It's not what I was expecting, which annoys me. Brewed as a European brown ale, these Kent hops, a traditional one. Fantastic. So does it sorry to keep asking you questions. Is it like a southern England brown ale where it's really dark, or is it more northern England where it's more like a nutty brown colour, chestnut type brown, Newcastle brown sort of colour? Sorry, keep asking you these questions. I've heard of those hops, but never used them. I've not heard of him. Not heard of him. Belmer hop, clean, fruity aroma and flavour. It's got to be that. It's coming through because Mosaic, you sort of get that, you know it. And this is just, I would never class Mosaic as being really citrusy, but this is quite citrus forward. It's nice enough. It's nice enough if that's what he's expecting. It's a good beer. I'm not saying it's a bad beer, but I just wanted something. I expected Sure Shot to have done something traditional, maybe use some new English hops, something like that. That would have been good. Flavour of strawberry, melon, citrus, pineapple, grapefruit. I'd definitely go citrus, and the grapefruit is what's coming through on here. light floral undertones. Not really getting that. It is brown. Brown. It is brown. Oh, is it like a dark brown, or is it this sort of colour, which I classed as like a southern in England man's brown ale. It's like a southern, a lot sweeter brown ale, and then the northern brown ale, which is like a chestnut colour, is not as sweet on the palate. Newcastle Brown, the original, is probably the best sort of description I could sort of give you for that one. But this is a good beer. Happily drink it again, but I'm just disappointed because it just said porter, and I was expecting a traditional porter. I don't know. I was expecting a traditional porter though from Sure Shot. They're always going to be doing something modern in that beer, so maybe that's my fault. It says here it is light brown. Okay, so it's like it must be like a northern brown, like a Newcastle brown. I'd expect. I hope it's good. And enjoy and cheers. And thanks for commenting. It's great when people interact. Makes it worthwhile doing this when people talk and chat. And like I said before, when we all drink beer and talk bollocks, it makes for a better stream for me and for everyone else. So cheers, everyone. Can you hear the rain? It's now raining. So we're going to test the shed now for leaks. So let's could get a head full of water now. All the electrics in here will go. It's like all crackling. Purple rain. And that is the colour of the background. Believe it or not, Kevin, the colour on StreamYard is called Purple Rain. Amazing. Purple rain. Looks great. That background goes really well with your badge as well. Looks good, that, in the background. I'll leave it out for a minute. It looks really good. I like the Shark Homebrew and Purple Rain background. So we're having a chat. It's raining in south of Manchester, where rain is pretty much most of the year. We're drinking a Manchester brew, which is a porter, an English porter with American hops. Where's that hop from, Kevin? Where's that one from? What did I say it was called? Belma. Is that American? Is that an American hop? Like I said, I don't know enough about that one. We'll find out. We will find out. It's a Yakima one, so it's a Yakima Valley hop. Yeah, I'm glad you said grapefruit and citrus, because that's what I'm getting. That's the flavour that's coming through on top of, like I say, that cacao cocoa. I'm saying powdery because it just feels a little bit like powdery on the palate. But yes, it's chocolatey, it's citrusy. It feels very American, like an American porter. It doesn't feel very traditional as an English style porter, which what I don't know. I expected it to be, which is, pardon me, my mistake. What else have I got going on here? Loads of things up on the shelf above, which you can't see. I've got the 2022, 23, 24, and 25 Fuller's Vintage Ales. They're all ranging 8% upwards, and there's no way I can drink all four of them on a live. It's not going to happen. But I would love to drink them side by side. But if I did that on a live, it's going to get really messy, and I'll probably leave the live on and disappear and go to bed and forget, and I don't want to be doing that. Really want to try them side by side, the Fuller's Vintage Ales. It tastes incredibly good. A good coffee flavour and a little malt. That's really so. What malts did you add? What did, if you don't mind sharing the recipe, just share away. Was it an all grain brew? Was it an extract? Was it partial? Just let us know. Always interested. Always love talking homebrew as well. Myself and Kevin Shark Home Brewing, we get together. Wow, it's not every month. It's just over a month, I suppose. 6-7 weeks. We get together and have an hour's chat about homebrewing, and we really enjoy it. So, yeah, subscribe to Kevin and find out when we're doing that as well. One thing these beers are definitely doing, 100% warming me up, which is great. Got me Bushy's hat on, kindly gifted by Slurpy Dave from the Isle of Man, another great channel. Absolutely fantastic. Lots of channels. I could shout out loads of channels on here. Loads of them. And you've probably all subscribed to them. Rob loves his pints, so the equipment behind me is for sale. I love that pinter as a bit of kit that I can treat as a real ale craft barrel cask, because it's just good. I can brew, I can put it in, it ferments, it conditions, it carbonates, and it pours, and I've got no messing. Literally take that brewing dock off, put it in the fridge, let it condition. 2 weeks later, tap it, pour it, and you're getting a lovely self-carbonated beverage, which I'm going to be doing cask type ales through it. I've actually got to do one soon because the stout that's in it at the moment is nearly gone. And the poll is on my community page. I can't quite remember what was winning. I think it might be like a pale ale that's winning at the moment. But if you haven't checked that out, go and vote, and I can go and get the ingredients and brew that beer, which won't be brewed on the Grainfather. It will be a stovetop brew with the pan, which is actually behind you. Everyone that's watching now, my brew pan, my anvil kettle, is sat there next to the ring light. So that's going to be my next brew. We are overdue for homebrew chat, but some bloke has been busy. Like, I know all this stuff. Still got to do some more patio paving. There's two more patches to do, and then I'm putting the plum slate down in between all the patios, and then the back garden will be done, and then start doing stuff on the front garden. Then, so yeah, it's been a busy few months for sure. Certainly has that. Not brewed properly. Apart from I did that mild on the pint, I've not really brewed properly and started to prepare any home brewing. Like I say, on this new system, I'm going to be doing like a single hopped, hopefully like a Cascade pale. And we've got a homebrew competition, which is the beer's got to be ready for the second Tuesday in January. I don't know what date that falls on. And that's a Schwarzbier competition. So I need to brew that fairly soon as well, because I want that to lager, really. So I need to get myself organised and get brewing, get this pint of one done, get that single Cascade one done on the Grainfather, get myself a run out on there, and then get the Schwarzbier. Schwarzbier is probably more than it will be. That'll be done on the Grainfather as well. So yeah, I could now I've got that steam condenser, I could brew in the shed, which is what I'd like to do. If it's too cold, I can brew in the kitchen, because that brew station is movable, so I can take that with me and I can brew wherever I want. In the summer, I can brew on the patio, which is just great, without obviously the condenser. Let's see sorry. It was brewing on the Grainfather G40, pale malt, brown malt, carapils, Munich caramel, barley flakes, and special roasted. What's that last one? That's a malt I'm not aware of. Obviously know the rest. The pale, the brown, the carapils, the Munich, flake barley, and special roasted. Is that the what I call like carafa? Is that the same stuff like the Carafa 1, Carafa 2, special, vitamins, special roast, special roast? Why don't I know what that is? Why do I not? When I'm thinking special roast, I'm thinking of Carafas. Am I thinking totally different malt there? Like the Carafa specials. It's a very dark malt. Yeah. So is it not the same then? This is something else I've done. I have whole grain malts, and I have them in there. What do you call them when you take the? Terrible at this. I've got a machine that takes the air out, and it sucks all the air out, and it seals the bag. And I can't remember what it's called. It's just totally gone. But you know what I mean? Where you suck the air out and it seals the bag. So what I've done now, I've got airtight containers. So I've got my specialty malts in airtight containers. So you can see that's a whole malt, and that is a Karamunic Type 3 malt. So they're all in airtight containers now, just next to me under here, so they're easy accessible, and I can reseal and vacuum seal. Yeah, so I can vacuum seal. So I've read about the containers, and the whole malts, obviously not crushed, can last well over a year in one of these airtight containers. So bought some of them, and I've got all my specialty malts next to me now. Let's pull out another one. Well, what can I get out here? What's this one? Chocolate rye. This is actually going to be going into chocolate rye. That will be going into my Schwarzbier. You can see there the malts. So, like I said, this live can be chatting about everything and anything. So there you go. They're all ready to be weighed out and crushed and just kept in airtight containers, which is really handy and great. It's a very dark malt. Roasted barley. Oh, roasted barley. Is it just another name for roasted barley? Vacuum seal, yeah. Yeah, the beanie. I love my food tight containers. Yeah, just really handy to have them. As long as you keep them out of the light and obviously damp and stuff, the whole malt, them grains will last, it says well over a year, so I'm happy with that. You got the hoodie in the yeah, I know, going all out. Schwarzbier. Yes, that's going to be evening disco. Sorry, it's a homebrew comp for January, so I've got some British Schwarzbier. Like I say, I'm going to put some chocolate rye into my Schwarzbier because I want a little bit of that spicy note into it, something different. And you know, it's. I don't really know. People from Homebrew Club might be watching this, so I need to just, I'm going to be adding a little bit of chocolate rye, put it that way, and some other things that you may not expect in a Schwarzbier, but just trying to hit the notes. And then I want to lager it. I could lager it in here because, I mean, at the moment, yeah, we're talking 8 degrees now in October. Lager it over, get it brewed November and lager it through December for a January homebrew comp. I could use a shed for lagering, which will be great. So, yeah, looking forward to doing that. Cheers to Disco. Oh, yeah, evening greets, everybody. Evening. Nice to see you. Cheers for having a chat with us, Disco. It's nice to see you. Special B malt is Bonsak's Norwegian answer to the famous Belgian malt variety Special. Special B. I have some of that there. Didn't even think of that when you said about special malt. Special B, yeah. Bring some nice dark fruit notes to the Special B malt. And cheers to Kevin. At the moment, I'm drinking this beer, Disco, and I've seen your live, and I think you've picked this up. I'm sure you've picked this beer up. This is a beer. All I'll say is it's not traditional English. That's all I'll say, because I know you want to review it. So don't rewind. But yeah, decent enough. So I'm going to move on to the next porter. I'm just doing porters tonight. I think so. Watch me get it wrong. This next one, the next two are different. So I went traditional with the Haverwood. I thought I was going traditional with the Sure Shot, which wasn't traditional. And then I'm going to be doing something different, a different style take on a porter next. So let me just get this. Cheers, everyone. New glass, fresh glass. Okay, so let me put a banner up. We just put a dark lager on the bar, a dark version of our Pilsner. Well, that's what a Schwarzbier basically is. They say is a type of dark Pilsner. They're saying that's what a Schwarzbier should bring, some of that bitterness that a Pilsner brings. It shouldn't be a sweet drink. It should be more leaning towards Pilsner, but dark. Well, Schwarz is black, but it's not truly black. If you look at the actual the style, it's like a dark brown in colour, but it definitely leans more towards Pilsner. Beer number 3, on the wrong channel. Yeah. Right, so beer number 3. And I can't find it. Here we go. I've had this beer before. I may have reviewed this beer on the channel. And there you go. It's down below. It's down below. This was £3.20. Let me just take this off here. £3.20 from my local bottle shop. And this is called Hanging Stone Winkle Brew Co. Basically in Macclesfield, which isn't too far. I'm sure Disco knows where Macclesfield is. He's probably travelled there for football. Hanging Stone, and this is their smoked porter. And it says a warming, rich, full-flavoured beer with a hint of smokiness. Alcohol, 4.5% volume. Redefining English ales. Hanging Stone. Looking for my bottle. Open, it's right next to me. Carbonation's building up. £3.20. Don't think you can grumble at that. I really don't. So let's get the beer in the glass. It's pouring a lovely, again, deep chestnut, light brown colour. Carbonation super low, which I love. That's what I want to see in my port. I want to see it in all my beers, really. That's what I'm like. I like a low carbonation. Just trying to get it all in there. It's not bottle conditioned. And there we go. Beer in the glass. Looks very, very dark on there. Lovely again, off. It's a tan looking head. Lovely looking head, that. Looks great in the glass. It really, really does. I've had this beer before, probably about 2 years ago, but I really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to it again, and I thought it's perfect. Like I say, it's getting a little bit colder, but let's go for it. That smokiness is there. It's more like, the first thing that hits me there is like smoked chocolate. If it's such a thing as smoked chocolate. There probably is. Nowadays, there probably is such a thing as a smoked chocolate. Smoky chocolate. Dark fruit as well. Touch of like plum. There's a touch of plum. Dark chocolate. Smoky plum. On the nose, which sounds ridiculous. Okay, let's go for it. This is again 4.5%. Cheers, everyone. That's lovely. That is lovely. Now, the smokiness isn't bringing what I would say. It's not bringing the smoked ham or the smoked bacon. It's just there. It's right on the back. But it's there enough to, if you don't like smoked beers, you're not going to like this, because it's enough to be there for someone who doesn't like smoked beers not to like it. This is how can I explain this? It's like I've gone out into the garden. Someone's having a barbecue, and you get that smell, and then you get a little bit of a taste of a barbecue. A little bit like that in the glass. So it's not massive, but it's there. chocolate. I'd say a touch of vanilla sweetness there. Finish is a little bit dry, a tad bitter, and then like that bitter chocolate finish on the end. Very easy to drink. Very easy to drink. 4.5%. It's got a lovely mouthfeel. It's got like a medium to light body. It's a good porter. It really is. And I do like that subtle smokiness. That's nice. Let me read the bottle. I don't know if Winkles say too much on the bottles. I really don't. Let me just see if it says anything at all. Hops are Flyer, malts Marisota, Dark Crystal, Carafa Free, and Beach Smoked Malt. There you go. That's the malts and stuff. Great when it tells you everything like that. Alcohol 4.5%. Winkle Beer Company, Tolls Farm Barn, Danebridge, Winkle, Cheshire. Basically, it's Macclesfield, and it's named after this. There's like a rock, a stone there. It's not a rock. It's a hanging stone. It's a stone there. So it's a landmark that's in Macclesfield. Could even be in Mac Forest. I don't know. Sorry, let me get back to the comments. That's another nice porter. Feels right. Feels good. Feels like the right night to be drinking it as well. Sorry, back to chat. I've been to Mac, but it was a very long time ago. No idea what beers I drank called a footy school, but I'm sure I had a good day out. But it must have been a good day out because you don't. Sometimes the best days are the ones you don't remember, aren't they? Are they? I don't know. It could be. Flyer, new one on me. Flyer is it's an English hop, that isn't it? Flyer. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Flyer. I've never used it. Is it English or Slovenian? You got me wondering now. Where's our shark? Shark would be able to tell us. Flyer. Flyer. I'm sure I've never used it, but I'm sure I've heard of it. It's an English hop. If anyone in chat wants to do a quick Google. But to be honest, the hop is not taking a front seat. I'm not getting any hoppy notes whatsoever. It's definitely malty, which you'd expect from a porter. It's like I say, it's got chocolate. It's got the sweet chocolate. It's got vanilla. It also finishes with a dark chocolate dryness, but a lovely smokiness that's just constantly running through. And is there such thing as a smoked chocolate nowadays? I bet there is. I won't be surprised. You can have smoked butter, which I tried. My parents had some smoked butter they bought from Anglesey, and it was not good. It did not taste good. It was just too much smoke, and it got to the point where it was like fuel, like you was tasting fuel, but it was a butter. And my mum just spread it on a little bit of bread for me to taste. She laughed because she knew it wasn't good and it tasted disgusting. She just wanted me to try it, so obviously I got Mrs. B to try it, and yeah, none of us like this diesel tasting butter. It wasn't good. It just didn't work for me, or for my parents, or for anyone that tried it. I think it actually got thrown in the bin. But yeah, just let me know if you've ever tried smoked butter. It's not good. I don't think it is anyway. So this goes Googling now. Flyer hop, no clue. A citrus hop with aromas of stone fruit licorice, treacle toffee and caramel with slight burnt notes. Characteristic spicy citrus licorice resinous. I don't get any of that, but the burnt notes is interesting because I wonder if that's why they've gone for that, to try and blend it with the smoked malt. Definitely no citrus, no stone fruit, not even licorice. Treacle toffee, caramel. Yeah, maybe that's where I'm going with that chocolate, the sweeter chocolate. But, which sounds a bit of an odd. Yeah, it does. It does. Well, wait till you try your Sure Shot one. It's not odd. It's just not a traditional porter. Does it say where it's from, Disco? Does it say where its origin is? Is it Slovenian or is it UK? What if a hop is old? Thank you very much. Thank you for joining. Thank you for chatting. Come again. It's lovely to talk homebrew. Like I say, subscribe to Shark Homebrew as well. And me and Shark do homebrew chats. And be great if you could join in and just chat with us. Nice to see you, and thank you for joining us. Yeah, where's the origin of this hop? Flyer. I feel like it's... You're probably going to say America. Only the fact that the notes, the characteristics sound American. And I'm now getting I call it the disco nose. The more beers I drink on a live stream, the more my nose starts to run. And I start to need to blow my nose. So I call it the disco nose, it's known as. And not only do I get it, my brother gets it. So when I go to his house and drinking beers, we both start sniffling after about 3 beers, which is crazy. I don't feel like I do it when I go to the pub, but when I'm drinking beers and talking like this, I get the sniffles, which is just frustrating. Can you hear that rain? Yeah, so it's a British shop. That's why I've heard of it. Definitely heard of it, but the characteristics don't sound British, do they? When you say that about a British shop. During 2000, I thought we was going to go during the war then. I thought we was turning to Uncle Albert. I did get called Uncle Albert, but I thought I was going to actually, you thought he was going to get me to say it. During 2007-2008, it was established on licensed farm trials with Y hops during 2009. I presume that means Y Valley. I'm sure it does, Disco. Y Valley hops. Oh, the beer is going to be burping. Flyer. What does it say there? Flyer is a dual-purpose hop from Great Britain with high alpha acids, around 11%. The characteristics sounds like something I would want to brew with, but like Disco scene, sorry, Ralph, it's not something I'd put in a porter. I wouldn't think porter when I read them characteristics. I wouldn't think porter. I'd be thinking I want to try the pale ale, but the licorice is not pale ale. Maybe a bitter. Yeah, maybe a best bitter. Someone's at the front door. Got a ring notification just then. Do apologise. I'm in the metal shed, so it's quite noisy when it rains. Oh, my nose. Disco, what is it with this nose? What is it? Why are we doing this? Apparently, a lot of porters use Flyer. Is that for the burnt note? What? Why would you want? Let me just go back to the comment with the characteristics. Traditional porters. So, characteristics. A citrus hop with aromas of stone fruit, licorice, treacle, toffee. Yeah, okay. Caramel. Yeah, so when you look at them, slight burnt. Yeah, I suppose it's the stone fruits and the citrus hop. That straight away I wouldn't want to think of it. Definitely don't think of a traditional porter, English porter anyway. But maybe now thinking of it, the others, yes, you may want that. No, looks like it's not just you. On my third beer, nose is running, absolute pain in the backside. Like I said, my brother, he gets it the same. I go to his house in Anglesey, take beers with me, and we're like sharing beers. And we're about 3 beers in, and we're both like blowing our nose, and everything. We're like, "What is this?" And I do mention you. I say it's the disco nose. This is the disco nose. That's what it is. I can't remember ever having it until I started watching Disco in his lives. So it's contagious. It's watch Disco, you end up getting the disco nose. It's contagious. I have no idea what it is though, Disco. But yeah, this is a lovely, lovely beer. Nice evening. Sat here in the rain, enjoying a porter, hoping I don't get any drips of water on my head. Giving the shed a good test. Ralph's not wet. It's just proper chilling down the side of it. That wasn't him barking, by the way. That was next door's dog. He doesn't really react, which is good. He only reacts when there's strangers around. So it's good he doesn't react to the dog next door barking. Otherwise, it would have been very loud in here. I would have had to mute the mic if he started barking. Definitely worth trying, especially Disco if you like a smoky beer. Try the smoked porter from Winkle. That's a lovely beer. Any more questions in chat as we're just chilling? I was showing people before Disco the strange collection I've got with beer mats. I just seem to have all sorts. And I've got a few breweries which have sadly gone now. I'm sure you'll recognise this one, Disco. Lord's Brewing. Very sad to see them go. And I had this one, Thornbridge one. Shelby, Peaky Blinders from Thornbridge. You know, why on earth have I got this? I don't know. Strange beer mats, and then this one. It's like a cloth. Ideal Day. I've had some beers from them. Really good traditional beers. Ideal Day is a family brewery in Cornwall. Could go on and on. I've got lots of different beer mats all around me that I found today, going through all my stuff. Here's one from Kevin will recognise. Stone Brewing one. Wild Horse. You know about them. Here's a strange one. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. A Heineken. Got a Heineken beer mat. Here's one for Disco. Unspatched update. London Black. Big Trip. Newish brewery in Manchester. And Coates. Doing some good beers. Got to have this one. Pilsner Urquell. Love that beer on tank in Albert Schloss. Tall Cross in Glasgow. Not had any beers from them. Don't know how I've got that. Burning Sky. They do some great, wonderful, spontaneous beers. Love a bit of Burning Sky. Again, what's this one? It's another one. Kevin, Stone Brewing, San Diego. Lots and lots of different beer mats here. Just go on and on. Looking at them. Yeah. Does anyone else collect beer mats? How many of these beers will you buy again or go on or get on tap, cask? To be honest with you, all three that I've had, I would have again. And I'd have them on tap or cask. Like I said, the very first one from Haverwood, from Lidl, I think I'm saying £1.75. Like I say, Abby bought it me. So I don't know. I'm reckoning about £1.75. Yeah, I'd have that again. That's a good bargain beer. Sure Shots Porter. It's not a traditional porter. Definitely not traditional. It's got an American hops in it. And it comes through. So it's more of an American style porter. And then Hanging Stone from Winkle. This is a great beer. Like I say, smoked porter. Different. All three so far. I'd have again. I've got one more beer to go. And yeah, I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this next beer as well. Evening, David. Cheers. Thanks for joining. Thanks for getting involved in chat. Appreciate it. I'm having a bit of a few porters tonight. I do apologise if all you can hear is the rain on the roof. It's now decided to rain. I would not have done it in here if it was going to be raining, but unfortunately it started to rain. Well, where do I live? Should know it's going to rain. Well, yeah, evening, David. Lovely for you to drop in. Kevin saying hello to David. So, yeah, answer to the question is I would, so far, rebuy all three beers. I I'll tell you at the end which one's my favourite. Just feels like the right night for a porter. Oh, David, I mentioned before I've got the 22, 23, 24, 25 vintage. I'm looking up here because they're up here on the shelf. And I said I could not possibly try them 4 beers on a live stream, but I would love to do them side by side. So I think it's going to have to be take them to my brothers, share them, taste them side by side. Probably then put a post up on YouTube. I'm not going to be, unless he wants to be on the video, could do a live from Anglesey. That could be interesting. Ask him if he wants to do it as a live. That might be in the new year. Might look at doing something like in the new year. Get my brother doing a live from Anglesey. That could be something different. Let's do the Fuller's vintage tasting 22 to 25 on a live. I think that's doable if it's 2 people sharing. It's interesting. How is it anyway, David? Evening to Mr. Wilson. Sorry to Disco. Was the football on, Disco? Was the football on? Yeah. I think I seen it after the Pilgrim beers. Yeah, drinking them with your brother. Dude, yeah, because like I said, I've got the 4 bottles. I don't want to do 4 bottles of Fuller's vintage on my own, and I don't want to do 4 bottles of Fuller's just me on the live. Definitely not. So maybe speak to my brother, see if he fancies doing it on the live. If he doesn't want to do it on the live, we'll just do it in Anglesey, and I'll maybe Instagram it, something like that. Yeah, I want to do it. I've even got this here, and this is bottle condition. I don't know what year this is. This old Master Hen. 2023. Says the single batch bottle condition old Master Hen 7%. Ooh. Don't know if anyone's ever had that. I've never had the old Master Hen. I bought that probably in 2023 and never drank it. And it's just sat there. There's a video on this. I enjoyed that, the tribute. I need to go and see if I can get another bottle of that because I really, really, really enjoyed that beer. That was good. Sorry, I'm just trying to go back on chat. I feel like on tap was very sweet. Preferred bottle needs to age a bit. Yeah, that's the thing. So if I went in, I could do it in January. Try and look for something in January, maybe a little bit in March. Let that one age a little bit and put a bit of age on that, the 25 bottle, and see. It's possible. Or do with Simo. Yeah, that's another one. I could do it with Simo. I'd have to do it with Simo. I don't think he's got the 4. So we couldn't do it live streaming. I don't end up drinking a full bottle. I don't want to do that. I'd have to do it with Simo somewhere. And that's a bit of a nightmare because then that means I'd have to drive and I couldn't drink. I don't know. It might be easy doing it with my brother. Just the fact that I can stay at his house and do it, the beers. We have Fuller vintage here. You just need to buy an ESB and let it sit for 10 years and shrink. Yeah, I don't think that's quite the same. Kevin. But you can try that. You can give that a go. See what it tastes like. An ESB after 10 years. Could be good. Back to Waitrose, some vintage on Monday. The Fullers. Did they have a tribute in your Waitrose, Disco? I'm telling you, I think it's worth getting a bottle of that tribute and maybe let that age. That's what I want to do. Go back and get one and let it age. I really enjoyed it, but I think it would be even better with a little bit of age on it. I really do. Found that to be disappointing last year. Oh, the tribute. Yeah, that's the first time I've had it. I couldn't believe when I was drinking it that I was getting it was. I was actually thinking about tribute the pale ale. I was getting them notes, them citrus notes in it, and I was like, and it was the drinkability was quite high as well. I was really like surprised at was it 7%? I was really surprised. 7.4% of the drinkability. I was like, this is good, but I do want to age it and try it up with a bit of age. I really, really do. I picked up some Fullers last week. HSB and Honeydew. Very rare for me to do that. Yeah, you can get that. Waitrose. Was it three bottles of Fullers for £5.75 or something like that? Or is it a bit more than that? Could be a bit more than that. Tribute is on my list to buy next time I'm in Waitrose. Yeah, I would recommend it because I was really surprised how the drinkability was quite high, and I really enjoyed it. And I bet I've left it too long to go back, but I'm going to have to go and check. Yeah, might go back for the vintage and the tribute. Yeah, I don't think you can compare. I don't think you can compare it. I think it's totally different. It'd be a good video, but for me, the tribute just had so much of a pale ale notes, which was just blew me a little bit because I was expecting it to be a lot richer. Where for me, the Fuller's is a lot richer beer. Fuller's is probably a much better beer, the vintage ale. But then I think David commented and told me about the head brewer was from Fuller's, and I'm sure it was her idea. So it looks like she's taken the idea of the Fuller's over to St Austell and said, "Why don't we do this? Put it in a box and start doing them each year." Clever idea, Georgina Young. Can't quite remember her name. I think it was that. No, the Master Hen not had tribute one. Oh, the Master Hen. I don't know what to expect. I've not opened. I got it in 2023, and I've not opened it because I don't know what to expect. Because, yeah, it's probably. I've not even opened the box. It's still got the sticker on. I bet it's in a clear bottle, and yeah, that's why. Yeah. I don't know. I'll drink it at some point. I will drink it at some point. Also picked up the Feetson Salted Caramel Stout or Porter. Can't remember which I'd rather looking forward to. Feetson's Salted Caramel Stout. Is that in a can? Or Porter, whatever it is. Is that a can? Can't imagine that in a bottle. Don't know why. Could be in a bottle. But, yeah, Georgina Young. Yeah. So she was head brewer from Fuller's. Had gone over to St Austell and done the I apologise for this rain. The noise. I'm so sorry. Is it really bad? Do I need to end the stream? Obviously, I'm not watching, but it's quite loud for me. And I've got one more beer to do. Just blow over. 500ml bottle. It's a porter. Okay. It is, Kevin. This is normal, though. It's quite normal. You are fine. Okay. Right. Well, I'll drink this. I'll get on to the next one, and I will. Yeah, because I apologise if this is not going to sound good on that microphone. Okay, clean glass. Hog's back due to have a chocolate chili porter called Trick or Trot. That is brilliant. That is a brilliant name. Trick or Trotters. I don't know if you've seen it when saying this is what I'm doing tonight. Drinking beer and doing my usual and talking bollocks. I always talk bollocks. So my beer mat tonight is saying drink beer and talk bollocks, Rob. And I appreciate you Use folk for coming and talking bollocks with me. I love that name. I love that. Rain is loud but not off-putting, although it's rather sounds like someone is sitting in a rocking chair in the back. Right, so beer number 4. Beer number 4. You can see what it is. You, just by that looking, seeing what that label was then, I'm sure David and Disco, if you've seen what that was, you know what brewery it is. Just doing that before I put it up on the banner. This cost me £4.50 from my local bottle shop. And getting the banner there. Any ideas, Disco, David? Anyone else in chat? Just by doing that, what's that beer? What could that beer be in that bottle with that label that everyone knows? Here we go. Yeah. Oh no! Look, sensors gone. There you go. There you go. Export India Porter, 5.5% from the Colonel. Sticking with the porter, so we've had a traditional style porter from Lidl. I was hoping it was going to be a traditional style porter from Sure Shop, which it wasn't. Actually worked out well because that's more of an American porter. Then we went for a smoked porter, and now we're going all the way back to when porters were exported from England, and we've got an export India Porter, which will have modern hops. I'm sure more than likely American, but I think Colonel brew fantastic beers. I really enjoy Colonel beers. This is coming in at 5.5%. Brewery is in London. David and Disco will know a lot more about this brewery than me, but I think the guy who's doing this is just brilliant. I think he's a fantastic brewer. I really, really do. So there we go. There's the bottle. I just cracked it. Dead simple labels. As soon as you see that in a shop, you know it's a Colonel. And funnily enough, Waitrose are now selling Colonel beers. I think possibly the table beer or the pale ale was in my local Waitrose. Ralph is now chasing an insect. He's going to destroy the... I've got another... Just next to me there is another, bar stool. And he's moving that around to try and get a flying insect, which is good for me because it means it's not going to bite me, the insect. Anyway, let's get that in there. That looks thick. That is a thick-looking beer. Again, a lovely tan mocha colour head. Going up. Got it in a nautical glass. There we go. All the beer. Found mill bottle. I want to say £5.20, I think. I'll just say £4.50. Just put 70p on it. There's the beer in the glass. Export India Port. I'm expecting this to have some American hops. Basically, I mean, I really like this style of beer because Colonel do it really well. I don't think I've had a better beer, a better India Porter from any other brewery than Colonel. I think they do this style absolutely fantastic. That looks superb in the glass. It really, really does. Let's just see. Cheers, Esco. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. And like I say, happy birthday again to Twisted. Hope she has a good evening. Hope you're spoiling her tonight, Esco. Sent a link to your Instagram with the Chili Porter post. Artwork looks great. Cheers, David. I'll check that out. And cheers to Escobar. Right, so let's get into it. Let's get the aroma. If I can, I've got the Disco Sniffles. This smells a lot like the Sure Shot one, American hops. But I was expecting it. I was expecting to smell the American hops in this. So there's citrus. There's A little bit of grapefruit, like citrus, orange. And then it's got that malty backbone, that chocolate, that dark chocolate holding up that citrus note. Not quite on the level of a Terry's chocolate orange, but there's definitely citrus notes, dark fruit, chocolate, and then like a fresh espresso coffee on the nose. Really, really, really good. Okay. Cheers, everyone. Let's go for it. That's stunning. Chocolate. The malt is chocolate. Definitely getting a lot of chocolate. Some reason it reminds me of the little chocolates you get at Christmas, the little chocolate liqueurs, like an orange chocolate liqueur. That's what it reminds me of. Which is, I'm getting really warm. I need to take my hat off a bit. It's too warm. These beers are warming me up. That's what I wanted. It's like a Christmas chocolate liqueur, but an orange one, which is really good. And there's another chocolate. It's reminding me of Christmas. That's reminding me of Christmas. I think it's because there's quite a lot of chocolate notes going on there. A lot of chocolate, dark chocolate, sweet chocolate, vanilla, and then you're getting this citrus. What's at Christmas? You get them. It could be all year round. There's a chocolate like a stick, and they do mint ones and they do orange ones in the UK. And I'm getting a note of that. Can't remember what they're called. It's like a chocolate stick, orange flavored. What are they called? You get them in a box normally at Christmas. I don't really see them all year round. Matchsticks. Yeah, I'm getting orange matchsticks from this. That's bizarre. It's lovely. It's lovely. But it reminds me of Christmas. It really, really does. Let's see what it says on the bottle. If it says, I can't remember if Colonel actually put much on the bottles. Bottle conditioned beer. I went straight in. Store it right, pour gently. Yep, I went straight in. Citra is the hop. So ingredients, water, hops, and sugar. So it's a single hop. It's Citra. That's the thing, you see, Kevin, if you're still watching. The Colonel changed the hops all the time to do so many single hop beers. So if you've had an Export India Porter last year, it's not going to be the same this year. And that's what I love about them, the craftiness. They're just really, really good. So this is hopped with Citra. And that's why I'm getting that big orange, I think. Orange, grapefruit, citrus flavour with a chocolate backbone, which is really, really good. And then there's like a vanilla note that could be from the yeast, but it all works out really, really well in the glass, and it does taste like Christmas, and that is superb. Doesn't sound like Christmas. It sounds like where I'm from, typical weather, but it does taste like Christmas. Matchmakers. Sorry, Matchmakers, that's it. Matchmakers, not matchsticks. Matchsticks men and matchsticks cats and dogs. Lowry, he did some painting around here. Matchmakers. Blast from the past, disco. Yeah. I'll say I had a pint of Citra hop stout from Colonel once. Absolutely horrific. Grapefruit and chocolate. This is not grapefruit, though. It's orange. Orange matchsticks. No, I'm not getting grapefruit. I didn't even know the hop until I read it, but that orange matchsticks was my first That's my thoughts. Orange matchsticks or an orange liqueur chocolate thing, which you may get at Christmas. Yeah. They're real page checking. I bet they are, because of the fact that they keep changing the hops and stuff in every beer. It's like I love their table beers, and again, that they're always changing the hops. I'm thinking it might be the table beers that are in Waitrose. I was really surprised when I seen Colonel in Waitrose. I did not expect that. I don't know if anyone knew about that, expected that. For me, bit of a shock when I seen Colonel, because I really do. For me, when you say about labels, just because it's so simple, it stands out, and I know what I'm getting. When I see that in the bottle shop, I know it's Colonel, and I know they do good beers. I don't think I've had a bad beer from Colonel as yet. Touch wood. Do you know, have to manually create these beers and untapped? Yeah, with the changes, constantly changing. So I've had four very different porters. The Haverwood one. This is one Disco and David as well. The Haverwood one from Lidl. I had a look to see who brewed this, and it said that Jennings brewed it for Shepherd's Neame, who were contracted to Lidl. Now, when I think of Shepherd's Neame and their contract brews, they always do them in a Shepherd Neame bottle. Now, this is not a traditional Shepherd Neame bottle. If you go into Sainsbury's, you see their Shepherd Neames have done the contract brew for Sainsbury's. It's always in the same bottle. So it said Jennings as well. Now, Jennings, I know I've gone back to independent. Are Jennings going to likely brew Haverwood Porter for Shepherd Neame, and then Lidl are contracted with Shepherd Neame? I don't know. It's really confusing, but that's more of a Jennings bottle than it is a Shepherd Neame bottle. So, really, yeah, I'd like to know who brewed it, because that's a decent beer. I'd buy that again. That was a decent, straight down the line porter. So I'm just getting notifications up on the screen. Just trying, not from you guys, from other YouTube there. Yeah. So if it's Disco and David, no. Is it Jennings still? But that was a good beer. Then I had the Shaw Shop, which I was hoping was going to be a traditional porter brewed in Manchester. It is a good porter, but it's an American porter. 100% it's an American style porter, with the amount of hoppiness that's going on the flavour, with mosaic and out of a hop. Then we had a smoked porter, which I really enjoyed. That was a really good porter, 4.5%. Fair, both. I'd say the Shaw Shop and Winkle, for me, are local. Macclesfield's not a million miles away, and obviously Piccadilly and Manchester, 7 miles. It's not far. And then we went to London and had the Colonel beer. So every single one of them beers I'd happily buy again. Not a problem. If I had to choose one out of the 4 to drink on a session, because I drink all of them again, but if it was a session, someone said, okay, we're going to have a session on these. Okay. I'd probably say I would session the smoked porter, because I think you can easily session that. I don't think that smokiness is overpowering and too much, and I think I could have 4 or 5 of the Hanging Stones before I could have 4 or 5 of the other 3 porters I've tried tonight. So I will put the Hanging Stone as the one that I would definitely session. It's not a favourite. There's no favourites here. They're all good beers. But that's one I would session again if I had to. True, David. Yeah, that's it. M&S don't hide the facts. It's like the Siren. Siren have brewed this. Yeah, it's a great beer. Who brewed this, Lidl? Well, we're not telling you. We're going to put... Well, I'll tell you what they've put on the bottle. What have Lidl put on the bottle? They've put Lidl, Great Britain, Lidl House, 14 Kingston Road, Liddell Island, Main Road, Dublin, and then you've got Surbiton, which is that Kingston Road? Is that Kent? So is that Shepherd Neame? And the other one says Liddell Island, Main Road, Dublin. I don't know. I really, really don't know. But yeah, I'd buy it again. Like I said, I'd buy all 4 again. I'm getting I feel a draft coming. Ralph's alert because there's a little gap in the door, and they can see into the kitchen. He's probably thinking, "Oh, there's something going on in there." But Abby's probably making some food. Lewis probably just come down. Evening, Adam. Nice to see you, mate. Oh, the Oktoberfest beers. I finished them. I had the Geisinger Fest beer. I know it's not a, it's not. It does everything. It ticks all the boxes, so it should be a traditional Oktoberfest beer. But that was a really good beer, the Geisinger. Oh, did you put something? Beers. Saying hello to Adam. Cheers, Adam. Saying hello back. Kingston is southwest London, almost Surrey. There you go. So I don't know. I don't know where. Maybe Adam might know. Adam's got good knowledge. Adam, is this still brewed by Jennings or is this Shepherd Neame? Because the bottle suggests it's not Shepherd Neame, because for me, Shepherd Neame always contract brew in the same style bottle. Shepherd Neames have a signature bottle, and I think I'm getting dripped on. You know, I said before, I'm going to get dripped on. Look, they've got a bit of a drip on me there, which is crazy. So there's something coming through. Or did I drip beer on myself? On an Augustina at the moment. Augustina. Oh, yeah, that was a good beer as well. Can't complain at Augustina beers. The Augustina Oktoberfest beer. It's a lovely beer. Have you got the Geisinger one? Evening to Adam. Cheers to Disco and Mr. Shark. I'm just on the Colonel at the moment, Adam. Last beer, fourth porter. The Export India porter says it below, doesn't it? Don't know what I'm telling you. It says it below. And it's good. It's a Citra one. It's a Citra version. It's a nice beer, that one. It really is. Yeah, it could be Marston's. When I looked on the internet, he just said Shepherd Neame and Jennings. It went on the lines of like Shepherd Neame's have got the contract with Lidl, but Jennings are brewing it for Shepherd Neame. It's like, and Shepherd Neame have recently gone back to independent brewing. I don't know. It's really that's what exactly what I'm saying. It's like doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. So I wouldn't be surprised if Marston's are brewing that porter now, and it just doesn't come across as a Shepherd Neame brew or bottle. It really doesn't. Not to me anyway. Yeah, that's my thoughts exactly. It really, really is. So there we go. That's the India porter. That rain is getting really loud. I do apologise. I will be finishing it pretty much very soon as I've drunk this. Any more questions? In chat. Exactly. That's about, yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. You can identify a Shepherd Neame bottle is so identifiable. You go into Sainsbury's, you know which one Shepherd Neame have done for the contract brew for them. You go into Lidl, maybe Aldi, I can't remember, and you can just tell by the bottle. The shape of the bottle tells you it's Shepherd Neame, and it stands out. It really does stand out. So I'm glad you're all sort of confirming everything that I thought. Yeah. Have you ever brewed a double or imperial pale ale, not an IPA? No, I haven't. Double Pale ale, Imperial Pale Ale. I haven't. I don't think I've ever tried one. Double IPAs and Imperial. I don't think I've even tried a double Pale Ale or Imperial Pale Ale, to be honest with you. Good question, but no. And where can I try one? My question back to you. Where can I try one? The rare. So who's done them? Who's done them, Adam? Okay. Isn't Shepherd Neame isn't it our oldest brewery in the UK? Shepherd Neame? I'm sure I'm right about that. We had one at Kirkstall historical event. Kirkstall. Because they are going. What's he called now? Ooh, Simon Holtz. Can't remember. Is it Simon Holt? Steve Holt? He's well into his historical beers and brewing and what do you call it when you collect the beer stuff, the brew stuff? I can't quite remember the right wording for that. Sewage water is harsh, just plain old river water, like they dip the ball directly into. That's how I feel about Robinson's. But now they've moved brewery, so it might change now. Because I was like, is this just the River Mersey at Stockport that they're putting a few hops in every time they brewed a Robinson's beer? I always thought that was a bit harsh, but it just felt like it was true. So, yeah, I get exactly where you're coming from with that disco. But no, I've enjoyed tonight. It's been good. Probably gone on too long. I don't even know. Now it's well over an hour, isn't it? Much like Fuller's do with London Pride, but with the River Thames. Yeah. The London Pride, me and Kevin did London Pride, didn't we? Brewed our own versions. We had no idea what it was going to be, but it was mine was a really good best bitter. I think Kevin's was. Yeah, I am working overtime. I've got literally a mouthful left though. Doing I don't even know. I can't. I'm looking at this now, and does it tell me somewhere how long? Oh, there you go. It tells me there. 1 hour 38. What are you doing, Rob? What are you doing? I'm back tomorrow night. I'm back, hopefully doing an hour tomorrow night live. I'm not too sure what beers I'm going to do. It's going to be a bit later though. I'm going to be doing a 10 o'clock live. I may come on a little bit earlier. I might do 9:30. I'm only doing that because the football's on, family round during the day and stuff. A little bit busy. I'll just get through some of the beers in my fridge. I hope people think there's no fallout with Simo. There's nothing like that. It's just I need to get some of the beers out and doing lives. Sometimes is a bit easier than just doing single beer reviews. So if I do it, I can get through 4 beers in an hour. Works out well for me as well. You'll probably see me on Simo's live some point over the weekend anyway. But there's definitely no fallout with Simo. It's nothing like that. So there's no drama. It's just me getting through some of the beers, getting some lives, and doing it that way. And yeah, just interacting really with folk in the chat. That's what I'm doing. So, and my nose, I need to blow my nose. It's driving me crazy. I make another one. Yeah, I think you should. Yeah, stealing ideas. That's it. I'm stealing ideas from disco, and I've also got the disco nose, which is just driving me absolutely crazy. I've got a dog. He's just lay there though. Just lay there, not really doing much. So, did I spill beer on myself before? How did I spill beer on my arm there? Because it's brown. So it can't be me thinking it was coming from the roof. How did I do that? I don't know. And the noise, yeah, very, very noisy. I thought I'd do it. This was just more of a test to do it in the shed. I may do some more in the shed. I may go back and do some more in the back room. Tomorrow night, I might be in the back room. I don't know. If it's raining, I'll be in the back room. I'm not putting up with this noise on the tin roof again because it's just driving me mad. I was going to go over and join Simo for a beer, but I don't know if the noise is going to interfere with Simo's live. Well, I don't want to do that. It's not theft, it's alarm fam. Those are raindrops. Right. So, thank you everyone that's joined. Really appreciate it. Like I say, I'll be back on tomorrow night, hopefully around about 10 p.m. Maybe a little bit earlier. Like I say, I've got family, got the football. I might be going to see. This is why I'm saying I'm not a seasonal drinker because it might be pale ales or something tomorrow night, or maybe a lager. It could be anything really. It's what I've got in the fridge, and I want to have a couple of drinks of. So, thank you all for joining in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Really appreciate it. The interaction, it's fantastic. Cheers to you all. And here we go. Last one. I haven't got an outro. Cheers, everyone. Thank you. Cheers, Disco, Kevin, David, Adam, everyone who joined tonight. And I will put this on the screen and I will hopefully see you again. If I see you tomorrow night, that's brilliant. Cheers, everyone. Thank you.